Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michael Rothschild. This is my broadcast partner, Jimmy McDowell. Welcome to MCW Ignition Part 1. We have a fantastic night of action tonight, Jimmy, headlined by our heavyweight championship match.
That's exactly right. Coming up in the main event, it will be the star of the show, AJ Snow, who is not defending against Dr. Daniel C. Rockingham. Instead, he will be up against a newcomer to the Midwest scene. Isn't that right, Michael?
Yeah, it'll be Reid. The saying is, Jimmy, you find the biggest, baddest dude in the yard on your first day, and you knock him out. That's what Reid's going to try to do. But that's not all tonight, Jimmy. We have the Trademark Trace Matthews against Victor Benjamin with Lady Frost on the outside. And in our opening contest, it was scheduled to be a 2-on-1 handicap match between Brandon Skinner and Corey Mason against the stud Shawn McCarthy. Mason decided not to show up, scared, not sure, but it will be Shawn McCarthy versus Brandon Skinner 1-on-1. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the action.
At 200 pounds, from Marion, Ohio, Shawn the Man McCarthy!
I didn't know Brandon Skinner was in that kind. That's a scary dude, Jimmy.
300 pounds from Logan, Ohio, Brandon Skinner!
Well, by virtue of being a friend of Corey Mason's, Brandon Skinner very disliked now in Marion, Ohio.
And the sad thing is, he didn't do anything wrong until he took a bribe from Corey Mason.
Yeah.
And Shawn McCarthy still won the match. I don't know what these fans are so upset about. You know, and Shawn better be ready because Brandon Skinner looks like a dangerous, dangerous man, Jimmy.
Well, I think in the eyes of the fans, Brandon Skinner is guilty by association, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he didn't himself do anything wrong. It's just he's friends with Corey Mason, and that's why the fans don't like him.
Yep. Although I will say, Michael, I was talking with Skinner earlier on, and Skinner in high school was both a wrestler in high school, a freestyle wrestler. He also was a football player at his high school. And he's also played football in college as well, so he's no slouch of an athlete. McCarthy getting the crowd behind him even more now.
I don't think he really needed to do that. He's just making Brandon Skinner upset.
Actually, I think he's trying to get into Brandon Skinner's head. After all, he is now a ring rookie with the wrestling tights on.
I do believe this is Brandon Skinner's first match. It is his first match here in Michigan. Not sure if he's had any matches anywhere. Look at that power by Brandon. You can tell early on Brandon Skinner isn't going to be intimidated by Shawn McCarthy.
You're exactly right. And McCarthy is no small man himself. I mean,
no, Shawn's a good, probably 5'10", 5'11", 200 pounds.
Yeah.
He's not a small guy.
No.
And I spoke to Shawn McCarthy earlier this afternoon. He said he was looking forward to putting this mess with Corey Mason behind him because Shawn has been heavyweight champion, citywide champion, and tag team triple crown winner. He wants to get back to that level. He knows he can't do that until he gets past Corey Mason.
Well, right now, he's walking on Brandon Skinner like a rug.
This is probably not the best idea for Shawn to get... As I was saying, probably not a good idea for Shawn McCarthy to get into a slugfest with Brandon Skinner because he just dropped Shawn with one right hand.
And McCarthy wobbly now. Well, he was wobbly. He gives a flex.
One more right hand and Shawn McCarthy's down again. And might not want to antagonize Brandon Skinner anymore.
Yeah. And McCarthy right now seeing stars too. Skinner might have knocked McCarthy in the next week.
Yeah, Shawn McCarthy may think the Browns have won another game already. Big double axe handle by Brent. I tell you what, Jimmy, I know we're only a couple minutes into this. I'm thoroughly impressed with Brandon Skinner so far.
Well, Skinner, I mean, a 300-pound kid and choking McCarthy on the ropes. But like I said, even though Skinner is new to pro wrestling, he's not new to freestyle wrestling. Although obviously there's nothing fancy about a choke on the ropes.
No, if you get, obviously he thinks that's what's going to get the job done. But with amateur wrestling, it did give him. He was able to learn very quickly because he had that base in amateur wrestling. So he learned much faster than somebody. Oh, big time chop. And like I said, Shawn McCarthy wants to get back in the title picture. Brandon Skinner wants to. Oh, Shawn McCarthy with the reversal. Multiple stiff chops.
He's lighting him up a lot faster, a lot quicker.
That's exactly what Shawn McCarthy's going to have to do. He's going to have to use his speed and his agility advantage over Brandon Skinner, I think, to have a chance tonight.
We got Skinner down for the first time in this match. McCarthy.
Shawn.
I'll let you call that.
I don't think that needs any words, Jimmy. That's pretty gross. I don't know why Shawn would do that. He's just going to make him angry. Oh! Catapult drop kick. Is that going to be enough?
He's going to pull Skinner over.
1, 2. He just threw him into the referee.
That's how strong this Skinner kid is.
That may have been Shawn McCarthy's best chance, Jimmy, and it wasn't even enough to get a 2 count on Brandon Skinner.
And again throws McCarthy into...
If it didn't work the first time, it's not going to work the second time, Shawn.
McCarthy might be at a loss here.
Yeah, Shawn McCarthy, I think, doesn't understand what he's going to need to take down Brandon Skinner. Oh, no, he's back to the quick jabs. That's just making Skinner angry. Big forearm right to the jaw.
Yep.
That might have shattered Shawn McCarthy's jaw. See, Skinner's just having fun right now, Jimmy. He doesn't care about winning at this point. He wants to hurt Shawn McCarthy.
Yeah.
Oh! Big elbow drop by Brandon Skinner.
McCarthy's going to be coughing up
enough? Oh.
Yeah, McCarthy's going to be coughing up ribcage after a leaping elbow drop from the 3
What Shawn McCarthy needs to realize is, yes, he wants to fight. Yes, he wants to win. You got to learn to fight another day at some point.
Well, McCarthy obviously, as you mentioned earlier, he was wanting tonight to get revenge on Corey Mason and put this chapter of his life behind him. Mason not here for whatever reason. As Skinner right now raking the face and the eyes of McCarthy, almost got himself disqualified.
People may not like this, Jimmy, but Brandon Skinner's being very smart. He's using every rule break that he can to his advantage and breaking it off just before that 5 count. People may not like it. It's a smart move.
Well, if there's anyone who would know how to bend the rules and get away with it, it would be a former referee.
Exactly. Smart. See? Smart guy. Oh, big camel clutch. Is McCarthy going to tap? I don't see how McCarthy can get up.
Well, McCarthy actually, he might be passing now before he taps. The referee here, I think, is going to check McCarthy to see if he's so conscious even. McCarthy might be passing out. Well, no, Skinner drops.
And Skinner just...
Skinner asking the crowd how they like his hometown hero.
What he needs to do, he needs to not worry about the fans. He needs to concentrate on Shawn McCarthy. This is a big rookie mistake by Brandon Skinner.
It's entirely possible. Skinner now daring some fans to get in the ring with him, almost like taunting the fans at ringside.
He needs to stay on Shawn McCarthy. He let McCarthy get back to his feet. Big mistake by Skinner. Oh, nice edge drop to the chest and jab. Oh, big bionic elbow, and still not enough to take Skinner down.
McCarthy tells some dusty roads here, but yeah, you're right, still not enough.
Nice drop. Can he capitalize? 1, 2. Only a 2 count.
That was very close, but Skinner was able to kick out at the last moment.
See, that little hesitation that Shawn had after the dropkick is what stopped him from being able to pick up a pinfall victory, I think.
That's entirely right.
McCarthy, see? Now McCarthy's making a mistake. He has to stay on Brandon Skinner if he wants to win and get into the Midwest Championship picture.
He was asking the ref about the 3 count. He thought that was it, but the referee, Tim Poras, he's on his game as far as the referee goes.
Oh! That delay that Shawn... Oh, no. Oh!
After going
super kick to the back of the head.
After going head first into the top turnbuckle, McCarthy was probably already dazed as it was, and then a kick to the back of the head.
Yeah, you would think Skinner would want to. See, this is a bad move by Brandon Skinner. He needs to stay on Shawn McCarthy. He might have been able to get a pinfall.
Could be a rookie mistake. You're exactly right.
100%.
We'll have to see if it costs him. It's actually an interesting contrast here, Michael, because you have the experience residing with McCarthy, but the size and power
absolutely
with Skinner.
Skinner. Oh, wow.
Running out.
Skinner's just having fun right now.
Now, do you think Skinner really cares about winning, or do you think McCarthy wants him to just be injured?
I'm starting to think at this point, Corey Mason may have said, "Don't worry about winning. Damage Shawn McCarthy as much as you possibly can."
I agree with you. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards too. Is that Mason is just right now paying Skinner to beat him.
He's taking Shawn's boots off.
It's different.
This is gonna be a disqualification. I don't get this at all, Jimmy.
That's right. The referee grabbing the boot. Yeah, you're right. That would technically be, I guess, a foreign knowledge. I guess. I don't know. But the referee takes one boot away.
Oh, he's got the other one. Oh! Thanks!
How would you like to get nailed with your own boot?
Oh, is that going to be enough? 2, 3. Big victory by Brandon Skinner. People may not like it, Jimmy. He did exactly what he had to do to get his first victory. I think you'll agree. I'm extremely impressed with Brandon Skinner. I cannot wait to see where he goes now in Midwest Championship Wrestling.
I agree. A very impressive debut. Not many rookies actually win their first match, and Brandon Skinner just did.
And on top of it, it's not that he beat a fellow rookie. He just beat a Triple Crown champion in Midwest Championship Wrestling.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Kickflip Kid, Reid, back again. And I know you all hear me talk pretty consistently about the ladder to the top. And since I debuted a little less than 5 months ago, I've climbed rung after rung after rung on my way to the top. And this Saturday, I intend to climb one more rung as I make my Midwest Championship Wrestling debut when I go one-on-one with AJ Snow. You see, this isn't just any regular debut match, as this match is for the MCW World Heavyweight Championship. It's not every day that somebody gets a world title opportunity in their debut. So those fellas over there at MCW, they must have a real eye for talent. And I'm going to show them, I'm going to show the fans, I'm going to show everybody on the MCW roster, and most importantly, I am going to show AJ Snow who Reid is. Because I'm not just going to knock on the door. I'm going to come in and I'm going to kick the door down. AJ, you should have never issued that open challenge. You're trying to be a quality champion. You're only going to burn yourself in the process. I will walk out as the MCW World Heavyweight Champion. I will not waste this opportunity.
This was supposed to be this gentleman, Victor Benjamin, along with Lady Cross, against Brian Douglas, but Brian Douglas injured. Trace Matthews ready to step in. I'm very excited to see this. Two big guys hungry for success in Midwest Championship Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome Victor Benjamin, weighing in at 204 pounds, the Spanish
And I think you were not here when they made their debut back in June, Jimmy. Victor Benjamin is dangerous enough on his own, where when you factor in Lady Frost on the outside, who's just as devious and dangerous as Victor is, that might spell trouble for Trace Matthews tonight.
You said that so well, I have nothing to add to it.
I'm good at my job, I have to say.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I will say, Jimmy, since this guy has debuted here in Midwest, I've been very impressed with him. It always seems like he's just one step away from major success here in Midwest Championship Wrestling. I've got to say, if he can get a victory tonight over Victor Benjamin, that may be the step Trace Matthews needs.
I agree with you completely. Trace Matthews is a awesome athlete, obviously very popular with the crowd. He has had some wins, he just kind of hasn't had that marquee win.
Like he's pushed our heavyweight champion to the brink. He's pushed former heavyweight champion Ethan Wright to the brink. Microphone.
And it looks like Lady Frost has something to say.
Disrespectful by Trace Matthews.
You know who you are, I can miss you. Alright, so how about we go shut your mouth, let the gentleman go for it.
Trace Matthews being disrespectful there to Lady Frost.
Which is probably not the best idea in the world.
Probably not. Victor Benjamin is definitely not one to take lightly. Victor Benjamin, for those who don't know, has a MMA background. So if there's anyone who is a stout, a stiff competitor who knows how to take someone out, is Victor Benjamin.
Absolutely. And Victor Benjamin is another guy, like I said, very impressive in his debut in June. He's very active in the Pennsylvania area. He's looking to establish a foothold here in the state of Ohio. Great place to start here in Midwest Championship Wrestling.
And going along with what we're both talking about, he has transitioned from cage fighting and MMA fighting to pro wrestling very well. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, Trademark Trace Matthews, no one can question how much that guy is in the gym. I mean, you can look at him.
Oh yeah, you can look at him and tell he's in the gym at least a couple times a day.
Yeah.
I'm very interested. They're both athletic guys. They go about things very, very differently, but they're very similar at the same time.
Matthews looks strong enough that he could bench press a Volkswagen Beetle.
That's pretty strong.
Of course, no one can question the cardio or conditioning
Of either man.
Well, of either man, especially Benjamin, as they both lock up.
See, Trace Matthews has to be careful. He has to keep his eye on Victor Benjamin, like I said before. But you see Lady Frost always plotting, always coming up with ideas on the outside. She is just as important to Victor Benjamin's success as Victor is himself.
I agree with that right there, where you're talking about power, and Trace Matthews showing his power. A little bit of a strength advantage there for Matthews. We'll have to see how.
Yeah, it's not often that Victor Benjamin is at a strength disadvantage when he's in the ring. He's that way tonight. He's going to have to use his speed and agility to have an advantage over Trademark Trace Matthews.
Benjamin trying to flex his guns, but I think as viewers at home saw, he had a handful of hair as he was cheating in order to overpower Trace Matthews there.
Well, see, he does that, Jimmy, because he knows that Trace Matthews can't retaliate.
Both guys locked up.
Nice deep arm drag by Trace. See, that's the thing that people forget about Trace. They see him and think he's just a big guy, only does power moves. Very skilled technical wrestler. Lock up.
Well, he tried.
You have to admire him for trying, but not going to work this early in the match again. Oh! Nice count.
And another handful of hair, though.
People may not like it, Jimmy. It's smart by Victor Benjamin. He takes every advantage he can get, every little inch. You can't give him anything because he'll take it.
Well, an elbow to the top of the head. You got to admit that Trace Matthews does have some nice-looking hair.
And I prefer Victor's beard, but that's either here or there. You see every time, it's like Lady Frost has some kind of a trance over Victor Benjamin. Every time he does something, he feels as good. He looks to Lady Frost for approval. She doesn't like it. He gets more and more vicious throughout the match.
That's an interesting
Oh,
note.
choke over the rope.
I hadn't noticed that, but that's something we're going to have to be watching for now.
Probably not the best idea for cover. One. Only cross arm breaker.
That's right, he's going for a quick submission here, showing his MMA prowess. Trying to.
A double submission. I like it.
Now he's got Matthews tied up like a pretzel almost. He's got the arm and the leg.
Rollovers.
Matthews using that power.
Nice takedown. Heel hook.
That's right, going to the ankle. Twisting that foot in a direction that's not supposed to bend.
If you notice, Jimmy, he's not concentrating on one body part. He's moving around. He's taking out multiple body parts because Trace Matthews likes to use a lot of power moves. He takes out multiple body parts. Trace can't compensate for that.
That's right. And now Benjamin's got a chin lock, maybe even a sleeper on Matthews. But again, I think that's too early in the match for something like this.
I think at this point, he's just using it to simply try to help wear down Trace Matthews. No, he's not going to win. But see, a great counter by Trace.
That's right, which goes back to your point earlier on, that Matthews is not just a pretty face, he knows how to wrestle too.
And you can tell by how even this match has been with all the counters these guys have started. He's going for that big Oklahoma Stampede, Jimmy.
That's right. Benjamin holding on to the ropes.
Send Matthews right into the turnbuckle.
Well, and as he did that, though, Benjamin sandwiched Matthews, driving his shoulder into Matthews' spine.
Victor might want to turn around. Trace not as injured as he thought.
He's drawn with the crowd.
Oh, big forearm to the face. Like I said, Jimmy, every counter you see, that's how evenly matched these two men are. Double clothesline by Trace Matthews.
Matthews with his power again.
Big time.
Helicopter spin.
Helicopter spin into a power.
That excites the crowd here in Marion, Ohio.
See, smart. Look at Lady Frost, smart, getting Benjamin. She knew Benjamin was in trouble. Just spit on our monitor. Apologize for that, Jimmy. Knew Benjamin was in trouble. Got him out of the ring. Smart by Lady Frost.
You were excited there for a moment.
I did. It's hot.
Though the weather is cool outside, it is warm here in B Ministries tonight.
Well, that's because of all this great action tonight here, Jimmy.
And because of the large capacity crowd that we have.
Absolutely, 100%. See? Trace Matthews needs to go out and see, but he's let Victor get too much of a breather. Victor's going to be recovered enough. Trace better be careful.
Well, Victor sees Trademark a cheap shot from Lady Frost.
Trace! Big Irish whip into the post. That is what Lady Frost does. She distracts.
The crowd here at ringside chanting Trademark.
Victor needs to stay on the attack. Trace Matthews able to get back up to the apron. See, again, Trace Matthews not paying attention to Lady Frost on the outside. I don't blame Lady Frost. She's got to do what she's got to do to get her man a victory.
Well, and as the referee was admonishing Victor Benjamin for cheating, Lady Frost was able to get in more cheap shots.
What strength by Victor Benjamin.
That's a different take on a suplex.
That just shows you the kind of power that Victor Benjamin has. Because Trace Matthews runs what? 250, 255
At
probably?
least, yeah.
And that should, Victor might be setting up for the finish here.
I think he's going for his finisher, that's right.
Deadlift suplex, 1, 2.
I don't think Victor thought that.
No, I think Victor
Matthews
thought that was it, absolutely. But he can't be frustrated, Jimmy. This match is so even. The first person, a big knee to the face.
A running knee. We see running kicks. We see running boots.
You don't see running knees very often. This match is so even, has been so even, Jimmy. The first mistake is going to be who loses.
Well, Benjamin here, I'm loving what I'm seeing because what he does, his style, he takes moves that are familiar, but he presents them in a different way than even his opponents are used to seeing.
He puts a twist on.
Yeah.
He uses his MMA background. He uses his athleticism to because you can't scout.
Oh, and a big running knee.
I would say, Jimmy, Victor Benjamin is almost unscoutable because you don't know what he's going to do.
That's right. He's so inventive. You're exactly right.
He has a different game plan every match.
And he just did that running knee, which got him. I mean, he was probably 6-7 feet in the air when he pulled that off. And that's
Trace able to stop it.
Again, Trace using his strength.
Oh, nice quick drop kick there. Excuse me, by Victor Benjamin.
The crowd, though, starting to get into the head of Victor Benjamin.
Lady Frost trying to keep him concentrated, keep him under control. But Victor Benjamin has to stay on top of Trace Matthews. He has the advantage right now. One little slip up, though, and Trace Matthews can get a victory.
Matthews looks really worse for wear, though, here in the corner. He sort of half snap mirrors him out, hair pulls him out.
See, James Bailey staying on top. You know, Benjamin has to be careful. He may get disqualified.
Oh, but Matthews, after having his hair pulled one too many times, grabs the beard of Benjamin.
Oh! Quick back elbow by Trace Matthews. Oh, nice cravat kick. Big knee to the face. And a
Benjamin had been in control for the past several minutes, wearing Matthews down.
It's like I say, Jimmy. Oh, what's Trace Matthews got here?
Matthews off the rope.
Yeah, I couldn't see that, Jimmy. Was Lady Frost involved again? Because I saw that Trace fell, but did he trip on the ring apron? What?
No. Matthews was tripped up by Lady Frost. The referee, though, does not throw Lady Frost out of here. I think James Bailey is being way too nice.
I have to agree with you on that. Oh, big kick to the back of the head.
But once again, Frost providing that distraction.
And you know, I put that on referee James at this point, Jimmy. He's had the opportunity to throw Lady Frost out. He hasn't done it, so this is on James Bailey.
I agree with you on that. Although, in a way, this is a 2-on-1 match because not only does Lady Frost provide a great distraction to the opponents of Benjamin.
She's a fantastic athlete. People don't know that.
Yeah, Lady is a great athlete herself.
I would not be surprised to see her here in the women's division at some point in Midwest Championship Wrestling.
We're right there. Benjamin using Matthews' chest like a welcome mat.
Oh, shaking hand. Nice. See, he is the savage gentleman.
That must have been the gentleman part coming out.
Yes, he's like Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, I can see that.
But he got Trace up. Oh, nice kick. Just look at the speed of those kicks, Jimmy.
That's that martial arts running uppercut.
Running European uppercut.
Matthews down in the corner, dazed. I don't think he knows where he's at.
Benjamin needs to finish this because he's going to let Trace stay around just long enough.
Oh, man, look at that.
Power by Victor Benjamin.
Full Nelson slam. This could be Matthews' opportunity.
Trace trying to get energy from this crowd to feed off of him. But has there been too much damage done by Victor Benjamin and Lady Frost?
Entirely possible.
Oh, wonderful sitcom.
Backslash there by the big guy.
2. Only a 2 count. That damage that Trace has taken is what allowed Victor Benjamin just enough time to regain the energy to kick out.
I agree with that completely. Matthews again trying to get the crowd behind him, trying to get his energy pumping, the adrenaline going, but is it too little too late?
I'm starting to lean that way, Jimmy, because he's just not, he doesn't have the power behind things that he normally does.
Trace Matthews with his trademark clotheslines. See what I did there?
Very funny. Oh, Irish whip into the corner. One more. Is this going to be it?
Oh, that could be. Benjamin is dazed.
Setting him up for Oklahoma Stampede.
I don't know if Benjamin knows where he's at. Yep, here it comes.
Oh, see, smart by Benjamin.
Lady Frost again gets involved. The referee needs to throw her out of here. refuse, or else her wrestler will get disqualified.
Smart, so smart. Low blow by Victor Benjamin. She described or provided that final.
Oh wow, you can hear those. Wait, why is she in the ring? What the heck is going on here? Yeah, that's a disqualification.
Trace Matthews. Looks like we have a winner.
Your winner by disqualification, Trace Matthews.
But Victor Benjamin and Lady Frost are not done yet, Jimmy.
No, they're not. Benjamin just gave a senton to Matthews, now stomping away on him.
They're here to send a message, Jimmy. They may have lost, but they're going to send Trace Matthews home hurt.
They are, in fact, they look like they're trying to injure his arm and his wrist.
Oh, he might have just separated Trace's shoulder.
His shoulder, his elbow, something. You can hear Matthews screaming in pain.
Let me say, though, did you see that athleticism from Lady Frost, though? That swinging neck breaker.
Oh, I think she could be a fantastic wrestler here in the women's division of Midwest Championship Wrestling.
Our women's champion, Jocelyn, maybe want to be on the lookout for Lady Frost.
I agree with you there. It looks like the Savage Gentleman has something to say, or Lady Frost has.
Tell you what, they were looking to make an impact here, Jimmy, and that's exactly what they wanted.
They made an impact, that's for sure. I don't know if it was a good or bad one, but they made an impact.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event of tonight. It is for the Midwest Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. AJ Snow thought he was going to be wrestling Dr. Daniel C. Rockingham.
Surprise.
Dan has refused to show up until he gets another title opportunity. So Ryder Reid has stepped up. He's ready for AJ Snow, Jimmy.
That's right. So the question, so we know Ryder Reid is ready for Snow, but is Snow ready for Reid instead of Rockingham? That's the question.
Ladies and gentlemen, our main event, Midwest Heavyweight Championship, up next.
Winter is here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome NCW champion, weighing in at 186 pounds, AJ Snow!
Jimmy, it was a long journey for AJ Snow to that Midwest Heavyweight Championship, but he has been on a roll since defeating Brandon Xavier at Super Brawl. But it's like you said, Snow prepared for Daniel C. Rockingham. We just found out earlier this week it was going to be Ryder Reid. Is Ryder Reid going to be able to shock the world tonight and become the Midwest Heavyweight Champion?
Actually, Ryder Reid is wanting to shock the world. In fact, earlier this week, as the giant crowd here in attendance shows their love and approval of AJ Snow. Earlier this week, the kickflip kid, Ryder Reid, mentions that he doesn't want to just knock on the door, but he wants to kick the door down. And what better way to do that but to win a heavyweight championship in your debut match for a company?
Jimmy, it's like I said during our opening, the old saying goes, you fight to make everyone know who you are. You find the biggest, baddest dude in the schoolyard, and you knock him out. That's what Ryder Reid. Tell you what, he's not lacking confidence, Jimmy.
No, he's not. He's not lacking confidence at all. A lot of new faces joining Midwest Championship Wrestling here tonight and over our next show as well. One of them, Ryder Reid, and one of them, the referee, Tim Porax.
Very experienced referee. I've seen Tim referee all over the state of Ohio. We're very lucky to have a referee of that caliber here in Midwest.
I agree
But
completely.
Jimmy, I'm very excited. You know, these guys are very similar in size, very similar in style of wrestling.
Yeah.
It's almost like AJ Snow's facing a younger version of himself tonight.
Well, I don't know if AJ is going to like you saying that, but no, I agree with you completely.
A lot of people don't know, Jimmy, Snow has been wrestling since he was about 15 or 16 years old.
Yeah.
Not legally, but so Snow is a young veteran.
Yeah.
Oh, nice fireman's carry by Ryder Reid into an armbar.
No, you're exactly right. In fact, you bring up a good point there, Michael. And AJ Snow has been wrestling now for at least a decade or so.
Oh, he's been in Midwest for, what, 7 or 8 years now?
Yeah, so AJ Snow is far from a rookie, so you are right in that aspect. In a way, even though AJ Snow is not old, it is like facing a younger version of himself.
He's a young veteran. Ryder Reid, similar in size, similar in stature, similar in background, upbringing, which is has a lot better beard than Snow, I have to say. But Jimmy, Ryder Reid is very impressive so far here tonight, trying to ground Snow and not let him use his momentum to get going.
Which is interesting because, as you and me know, Ryder can fly with the best of them, so it's interesting right now that he's actually wanting to keep us on the ground and not take it to the air.
This may be by design, this may be his game plan. He knows in the little time that Snow has tried to prepare for him. Oh, wonderful reversal by Ryder Reid. In the time that Snow has had to prepare, he studied his high flying abilities. Snow was not prepared for something like this.
No, he was prepared for the power game of Dr. Daniel C. Rothschild. Hammerlock now, reversal.
Wonderful reversal by Snow.
No, I agree with you, Michael. I think this could be a very good technical matchup.
Smart, very smart by Ryder Reid using the brakes.
That's right, getting over to the ropes necessitates a break in the action. And Snow, who likes following the rules. Let's go to hammerlock off the ropes.
Oh! Wonderful head scissors by AJ Snow. Deep arm. See, this is what Ryder Reid has to avoid. Let Snow get, cover. Less than a 1 count.
That doesn't surprise me. As nice as that series was, as nice as that chain was from Snow, not enough to put away Ryder Reid.
But see, that is what Ryder Reid has to avoid. Once Snow gets going, it's very hard to stop him. That's exactly what happened against Brandon Xavier for the heavyweight title.
Ducks the clothesline.
Oh, right to the ring post.
That'll put a shimmy up your spine.
Yeah, but Reid has to stay on Snow. He's got an advantage now. He has to keep it if he hopes to become the Midwest heavyweight champion.
It's got Snow maybe giving him some boogies.
Well, you know, Ryder probably got several of those growing up, so he wants to return the favor a little bit.
Apparently so.
Oh, big punches by Ryder Reid.
Snow now trying to block as Ryder has him mounted.
Now he's trying to ground and pound him a little bit, using a little bit of, maybe he's been having a little bit of a conversation with Victor Benjamin backstage.
Entirely possible.
Now he's just showing a little bit of disrespect to AJ Snow. Oh! Face wash boot by Ryder Reid. He's got to get a cover here, though, Jimmy. He's wasting too much time.
Yeah, Ryder Reid is, he's very savvy, but let's be honest, he is still a rookie. One thing he doesn't want to do is take the champion lightly.
Wonderful backdrop suplex by Ryder Reid. That might be enough, Jimmy. 1, 2. Only a 2 count.
Ryder Reid definitely in control at the moment. But the one thing you don't want to do is take Snow lightly. I mean, Snow didn't just luck into the champion. He is now a Triple Crown champion like Shawn McCarthy.
Like Shawn McCarthy. And that's exactly what happened in his rivalry with Brandon Xavier, Jimmy. Snow's whole career here in the Midwest, people have thought they could take advantage of him.
He's always been underrated. He's been the underdog.
Absolutely. And now he's responded very well to having that. Oh, melee attack. I think no matter how well this turns out, people have to be impressed with how well Ryder Reid has handled himself so far.
Off the ropes. Alley-oop.
Big knee to the stomach and right into a headlock. Very smart.
That's right. He knocked the wind, he knocked the air out of Snow with the alley-oop or the kitchen sink. I've heard it called a couple different names. But now, trying to wind Snow even more with the chin locks.
You know, watching Ryder Reid here tonight, Jimmy, he came from the same esteemed training school as several athletes on our roster tonight.
Wait, hang on. Snow's going out here.
Oh, is Snow going to sleep?
He is.
Snow's going to sleep.
If he goes out, Ryder, we could be looking at a new heavyweight champion here, Michael.
And that would send shockwaves around the Midwest, Jimmy, for a guy that's only 4 months in. I don't understand that, Jimmy. Why he gave up he's gonna. He might have just dislocated Snow's elbow there, Jimmy.
I'm really surprised though, because I agree. I mean, it looked like he had Snow dead or right. It looked like Snow was about to pass out in the chin lock.
Absolutely. I don't understand why he gave up the chin lock. He knows better than I do, though, Jimmy. He's got a plan and he's sticking to it.
Actually, I don't know if he knows better. This could be a rookie mistake. We'll have to see if this comes back to bite Ryder.
Suplex. Oh! Wonderful. Oh! He's rolled over into another one.
Freddie, hold on.
Oh! Suplex knee to the face.
That's right.
1, 2. A little bit of, only a 2 count. That was a wonderful move, though, and a little bit of a nod to his trainer, former Midwest competitor, Dominic Guarini.
And that was actually about 2.5, maybe 2 3/4.
That was as close as Snow's has come to losing his championship in any match since he wanted to. Oh, great counter by Snow, backing Ryder into a corner.
Snow showing his veteran knowledge. Now driving the shoulders into the midsection of Ryder. Here comes Snow.
Oh.
Big running knee.
Big running knee to the face. See, but Snow is so damaged he cannot capitalize. And that allowed Ryder to counter that bulldog. Oh, super kick to the face.
That could be it.
Is that going to be enough? You can see it on Snow's face, Jimmy. He's getting angry. He's getting agitated that he can't put Ryder Reid away.
I agree, Snow, though. He's measuring. He's aiming.
Oh, big elbow to the... Oh. I thought Ryder might have been going for a abdominal stretch, but Canadian Destroyer, maybe? Oh, sunset flip. Dude.
Snow able to kick out.
Oh. Butterfly neckbreaker. Wonderful move by Ryder Reid. Dude. Reid's see, rookie mistake, Jimmy. Snow's able to contain his agitation by not getting a pinfall.
Yeah.
Ryder can't keep it in.
Yeah, Snow, over the years, Snow has gotten very good at kind of keeping his temper and his emotions in check.
Keeping himself in check, absolutely, 100% agree. Oh, now we're going to finally see some of that high-flying ability from Ryder Reid.
He's taking too much time, though, Michael.
Oh! Arm drag off the top rope.
And I know Snow taking no time at all. That's the difference.
That's the
difference.
Strong splash. Strong splash from there. 1, 2. Only a 2. Look at the frustration on Snow's face, though, Jimmy.
I think he thought that was going to be. I mean, that was a beautiful Eddie Guerrero style 5-star cross.
Absolutely. And Snow in the with a cross face.
You don't see this very often. Not
No.
Snow.
Snow pulling something new out.
Almost
He's got it locked in now.
Yeah, he does. We'll call this a Colorado Springs crossface. How about that?
Very. See, Ryder has pretty long arms and legs for a guy his size.
He's trying to get to the ropes. Snow trying to get him to tap. Can Ryder get there?
Oh, is he gonna? Oh, he got there.
Finally. Ryder's very lucky, though.
Yeah, I'd say if Snow had another 3 or 4 inches, Ryder, dive to the outside. Oh,
suicide dive.
Tope suicida by AJ Snow. Snow landed just as hard as Ryder Reid did.
Maybe harder.
Oh, are we going to get a double count out here though now, Jim? Because as you know, the title can only change hands on a pinfall or submission.
That's right. It can't end on a count out. But no, you're right. I think Snow actually didn't have quite as much speed as he thought.
With the beating that he's taken from Ryder Reid.
And so, I mean, he nailed Reid, but not with full power. And both guys crashed to the floor with a thud.
Snow hit just as hard, if not harder, than Ryder Reid.
Both guys in at the 8 count. This match continues. Both guys wobbly.
Yeah, both guys are just about spin, Jimmy, because it is rather warm in here. Oh, it's package. Oh, I thought Snow might have been going for a
package power bomb.
Package pile driver. Reid's got him up in a fireman's carry position. Snow off the rope. Great counter by Ryder Reid.
Ducks.
Oh, Oh!
He couldn't set the second one up.
Psych out by Ryder Reid. That might be enough, Jimmy. 1, 2. Oh, wow.
Referee Tim Flores, with inches to spare, signals 2.
Yes. See, Ryder could not get to the cover as quick as he would have liked. That's what might have just cost him the Midwest heavyweight title.
What does Ryder Reid have up his sleeve now? He might be running out of ideas.
Yeah,
though. I mean, you
it's
go
like
to plan B or C.
It's like he's inventing stuff on the fly, Jimmy.
He's having to. Plan A hasn't worked.
Oh, big forearm to the face. Oh, Ryder going up top.
Snow might think this is Tuesday now after that.
Yeah. Oh, Ryder up top. What do we got? Oops.
Beautifully done.
Wonderful move. Oh, that's got to be it, Jimmy. 1, 2. Oh, wow. This is, I would have to say, Jimmy, Ryder Reid has earned himself a permanent spot on the Midwest roster with his performance tonight against AJ Snow.
I would think so. He's taking the heavyweight champ to the limit, that's for sure.
Snow's telling him to bring more.
Although again, that's right. Ryder Reid, I think, is out of ideas though.
Yeah, he's just punching Snow now. He's got to do what he's got to do.
I don't know if he knows what to do.
Slow package driver. I think Ryder Reid changed his mind midway through.
No, you're right. That was a beautiful fisherman suplex, reminiscent of the late Kurt Hennig.
And midway through, he looked like he turned it into a small package driver with the way he hit the leg. This is a huge rookie mistake by Ryder Reid.
We saw Brandon Skinner make the same rookie mistake earlier on.
Oh,
Snow off the ropes.
That's got to be it. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3. Well, Jimmy, when we said, Jimmy, rookie mistake, that might have just cost Ryder Reid becoming the Midwest heavyweight champion. Wonderful match by Ryder Reid. You have to give him credit where credit's due.
I was just going to say, I mean, for a guy who's only been in the business for 4 or 5 months, Ryder Reid did an incredible job, which AJ Snow just acknowledged.
Yes, and Ryder not happy, very frustrated. I can understand that. But like I said, Jimmy, Ryder Reid's going to be a fixture here for a long, long time.
I agree.
But still, heavyweight champion AJ Snow.
That's right, and with all this action going on and all the debuts we've seen, that ain't nothing yet because we've got more action and some more debuts coming up here in a couple of weeks.
So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight for Ignition Part 1 for Michael Rothschild. That's Jimmy McDowell. Please join us for Ignition Part 2.